So we get the job done, only just, if I'm honest with you. Even though they went down to 10 men in the second half. Yeah, it was not one of our best performances. We should have had the game settled much sooner than we did. You know, we had much of the ball. Watford had fuck all. They were very, very poor, and deservedly are relegated from the Premier League. And once again, I get my prediction right of Watford getting relegated. I just knew straight away they just weren't good enough. All season they've been very, very poor. They just couldn't get a run together. And for the majority of the season they've been in the bottom three. So yeah, I was pretty relieved to see us win this game, but I was expecting a lot more. Hey guys, how's it going? Edstar here, back with another Operation Palace video. So on Saturday it did finish, Palace 1, Watford 0. It was a Wilfred Zaha penalty that did get us the win. We should have had a lot more. You know, let's be honest with yourselves. We were the better team throughout the whole game, but Watford had nothing in the game. They just did. You know, Butland could have got a newspaper and read a newspaper. That's how dominant we were. And you know, we were very, very good, but we only had one goal to show for it, which was rather disappointing. You know, we should have won the game by more. Let's be realistic here. It was a performance where in the first half I thought we were going to get more than just one goal. You know, the way we were playing. You know, Edouard hit the post in the second half. Foster made some really good saves from us in the first half. One from Gallagher from the corner, which is, I don't know how that didn't go in. And the second one from Edouard as well in the second half. You know, I think Ben Foster's too good for Watford. I think that's just a realistic fact. You know, Ben Foster is way too good for Watford. You know, he deserves much better from them, because they've just put in no effort all season, Watford. You know, they've only got themselves to blame, you know, for them to be relegated. And I'm not even trying to take the piss, you know. It's you know, it's a rather comfortable performance. Let me just touch on the player of the season as well. Player of the season was given to Conor Gallagher. I must admit I was a bit surprised. Personally, I would have given it to Mark Gallagher this season, because I think he's been spectacular. But Conor's been good. Don't get me wrong, but I think personally, Mark Gallagher would have deserved it more, because he's just been all season. He's been fantastic. Conor's been a bit quiet these last couple of games. He was quiet again on this game against Watford as well. I thought he was really quiet. I don't think he added anything to the game. So, yeah. I'm going to get into my match ratings rather shortly. I just want to touch on the Player of the Season awards. The young player was given to Tyrick Mitchell. That I am very happy for him for, because he deserved it. He was such a brilliant player for us this season. So let's get into my player ratings. Starting off in goal, Jack Butland. What did he do? What could he do? He could have just got a newspaper, and he could have just, you know, watched the game go by, because he didn't have a single thing to do. It was probably one of the easiest clean sheets he's going to get all season, and I'm trying not to even take the piss out of Watford here. You know, they were poor. They were shockingly bad. They just didn't have anything. There was that one moment towards the end of the game where they had the ball delivered across goal. Both of them missed it, which was quite surprising. So, yeah, it was... Yeah, he didn't have anything to do, really. So I'm going to give Butland a solid 6 out of 10, because he just didn't have anything to do. Next, I'm going to go into Joel Ward. I thought he was okay. I don't think I had any problems with him on Saturday. I thought he had a fairly solid game. you know, it's just he's not exactly what we need, but he all he's going to be is just a squad player. That's all he is. Let's just try. I'm trying not to be rude to him, but for me personally, this season, you know, you guys know my thoughts on Joel Ward this season. He's not been overly brilliant, but I thought he was okay. I didn't think he didn't do anything wrong against Watford, and I'm going to give Ward a 6 out of 10. Savour that moment, because you're not going to hear that from me very often. Next, I'm going to go into Jockey Anderson, and some of those balls he was delivering across the field. How does he get so much? How much vision does this man have? It's just ridiculous. Like, some of the balls I see him ping across the field are just absolutely magnificent. That one to Wilf Zaha in the first half, which unfortunately he couldn't really take down, but the ball to him was just absolutely ridiculous. He's just one of the most... The vision he's got on him is just mental. Fuck's sake. Sorry about that. I just had to go and deliver, go and get a parcel for her. Right, where was we? Yeah. Anderson. Some of the balls he's been delivering this season has just been absolutely magical. I thought he was really good. Defensively, didn't have anything to do. Yeah, it was rather a simple performance from him. And I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he was good. Excuse me. Next, I'm going to go to Mark Gahey. Again, young player of the season, and he showed why. So many good tackles. Tried to drive the ball forward. He looks comfortable on the ball, which is nice. Always nice to see. I don't think he did a single thing wrong against Watford, so I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 as well. I thought he was good. Next, I'm going to go into Nathaniel Klein. Again, didn't do anything wrong really. The whole backline didn't do anything wrong, so yeah, I can't really complain. So I'm going to give Klein a 6 out of 10. I thought he was solid. Didn't have anything to do really. Next, I'm going to go into Will Hughes. I thought he was really good, if I'm honest with you. The amount of good tackles he done. He did pick himself up a needless yellow card in the first... I think it was in the first half, off the top of my head. I'm not sure when the yellow card was, but he did pick up a needless yellow card. But I don't think that... I don't think that really defected him in any sort of way. I thought his tackles were clean. He went forward pretty well quite often. So, yeah, I've got nothing to complain about Will Hughes either. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he was pretty decent, to be honest with you. Next, I'm going to go into Eberechi Eze. I thought, again, he's starting to get back to his best. He's really he's getting there. You can just sense he's getting back to his best. That goal last week has really changed him as an individual. It's nice to see him, come back into his own. It's nice to see him have so much confidence on the ball now. I thought he was solid against Watford. I thought he was, fairly solid. I'm going to give Eze a 7 out of 10. Going into the next one, the Player of the Year, Conor Gallagher. For me personally, I don't think this was one of his best games. Trying not to be offensive to him, but I think he is starting to die out a little bit, and I don't want to have to say that. Next season I want to see a lot more from him, whether he's here or somewhere else. I just don't know. I've got opinions about him now that I just don't think he's performing as well as people are thinking that he's performing. So I'm going to give Gallagher a 6 out of 10. Next, I'm going to go into Michael Elise. Again, I thought he was... Some of the skills he was doing in the midfield there as well, to get past them as well. That one where he just dribbled past them like they weren't even fucking there. That was just insulting. And he also won the penalty as well, from the cross that hit Kamara's hand. adjusted to hit his hand. I still haven't seen that penalty back. I still think it's a bit harsh, but no, we're not going to complain on it on this channel, are we? But I will say this now: if that happened to me and happened to Palace, you guys know I would be rather disappointed. So yeah, we have to feel rather fortunate. He did pick up a needless booking at the end of the game as well for a badly timed challenge. Yeah, so that is affecting his match rating a little bit here, but I'm going to give Elise a 7 out of 10. I thought he was okay. Next, I'm going to go into Wilf Zaha. He scored the penalty, which was rather important. He looked threatening as well. Every time he looked on the ball, he looked rather threatening. I think he had a solid game to get the goal as well, which was what we needed to win the game. I'm going to give Zaha a 8 out of 10 just for the goal. Yeah, nice to see him score from the penalty spot. He's got 14 goals this season. He only needs one more for 15. That would be really good from him. Really good season from him. Next, I'm going to go into Odsonne Edouard, and I don't think this was one of his best games, if I'm honest with you. Yes, he hit the post in the second half, but at the end of the day, he just didn't really contribute anything to the game. I'm not sure whether Edouard's been that great of a signing, if I'm honest with you. I do think we can do better than that. I'm trying not to be offensive to him as well, but he is rather starting to disappoint me now. So yeah, I just don't think he had one of his best games. So I'm going to give Edouard a 6 out of 10. So that does conclude my player ratings. Schlupp came on, didn't really add anything to the game. Mitchell came on for the last 15 minutes instead of Gahey, unfortunately, because he had picked up a bit of a knock. Hopefully he'll be fit for Aston Villa on Sunday. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Very solid performance. That's going to be it for this video as well. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Tomorrow is my birthday, so yes, you heard that right. I'm 25, so yes, I am getting rather old. So I will be dropping the preview to Aston Villa tomorrow afternoon. That will probably come on the channel probably about 2-3 o'clock, something like that. So I will be dropping that tomorrow. Friday I'm aiming to do a Cricket 22 video as well, so see what time I've got tomorrow. But yeah, tomorrow I'm not gonna stress about getting videos out. You know, if they get likes, they get likes. If they don't, they don't. So, you know, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this Operation Palace video. Until I see you again, look after yourselves. And yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow, so last video is a 24-year-old.